Boys, we are here today to do the tier list to end all tier lists. The CSGO callouts tier list. They're kind of cropped a little bit odd. It doesn't really make a whole lot of sense. I'm sure the editor is going to have to change this. But we've got angry noises, BBBBBB all 5B when it's actually a fake. He's behind the thing. Fuck is another one. Last plays B, but he's actually A. Lit 99, obviously not. Over there, sight clear, it's not clear. What are you doing? And you see him. Personally, I find that my S tier in terms of bad calls has to be you see him is by far the best call out if we're talking about it. Because imagine you're coaching and there are 5 players alive and you're watching one of them. It feels as though you see him is a relevant call out. However, the reality is you have 5 players that all go, what the fuck are you talking about? And all of them can easily think that they're talking to someone else. Now, alternatively, when there's one player, they still are very confused because it still doesn't really describe anything. However, oftentimes they will realize that something is up. So this is going to have to be the S tier call out. Now, sorry, angry noises has to be F tier. While it does convey an emotion, the emotion it conveys is only an individual emotion. It's only an emotion related to what happened to you. And while it does let people know to not talk to you and try and criticize your gameplay afterwards because you probably just got fucked, the problem is it doesn't actually convey any information that your teammates can utilize in the current round. And when we're thinking of information, what I like when in my callouts, when we're talking about what's an S tier meme callout, it's a callout that conveys information that hurts your team. Okay, angry noises doesn't really hurt your team's ability to win the round. You see him, yeah, you know, it could potentially hurt your team's choices. And that's why BBBBBB all B, when it's a fake, is easily A tier. Arguably S tier. We might have to readjust this tier list. It could be an S tier. But BBBBBB all 5B is such a meme. Actually, we're putting it at S tier because when I want my team to rotate, I don't say 5A. If you ever want your team to rotate, if you're playing B on Inferno, they'll rotate if you fucking say your opponent's flashed you because everybody loses B. But if you're B on Dust 2, for example, or Mirage, never say all 5B. If you go all 5B, your team's like, ha, yeah, I've heard that one before. That's not true. You say at least 4 with the bomb. You go, I hear at least 4 and the bomb's there. And your team will always rotate. Bomb plus 4 is a more certain call out than all 5B. All right, you will get rotates every time. Say 4 there plus bomb. Now behind the thing is an A tier call out. Behind the thing is very understandable. In fact, I've said this many times myself because I'm a old fuck and I forget what things are called. And so, especially because there's oftentimes not really a name for not everything in Counter-Strike has a name, right? Maybe there's a corner. Listen, we're gonna pull out paint. So we've got the A bomb site on Mirage and there's an opponent here. Opponent X is here, okay? And your teammate is sitting here looking this way. Well, you know, what's obscuring his vision here is the wall. So he may be ninja, but he is also, importantly, he's behind the thing. Similarly, you could say he's on default and he's on top of default. And you could say he's on default behind the thing. See, these are relevant callouts. He's on default behind the thing. Because what's the top box on default called? There's no name for it. He's behind the thing. It's a very normal callout. Old people say it all the time. Next up, we got fuck. And I put this one at S tier. And I know what you're thinking. Why is angry noises at F tier and fuck is at S tier, even though they basically convey the same exact situation? Well, the thing is, something to know about CS. Sound is important. Sound is an incredibly important aspect when it comes to CS. You may not have known that. If you didn't know that, you feel free to ask me questions about it. I'm willing to explain the intricacies of it. It's a bit of a complex topic, but really, sounds are an important aspect of Counter-Strike. And if you come on your mic screaming fuck, and not just fuck, it's like a long fuck. This is my dick of fucks, okay? It's just going on for days. It's just gone on for days. This is the dad dick of fucks. Your team can't hear anything. They're disoriented. They die. You got to kill that round, though. So you've got better KDR. Your whole team dies. You look better comparatively. Nico, I see you. Nico knows this. Last is B when he's actually A. We're going to put this in the B tier. Lit 99 when he's actually not Lit 99. This one's going to have to be in the A tier. Yeah, it's got it. No, it's S tier. Lit 99 when they're not lit at all is really my favorite thing about Lit 99 when they're not lit is when you call it. Because you never call Lit 99 or I hit him for 90. Another one that we're going to add in post is I hit him 5 times. I hit him 5 times is one that you guys probably haven't heard of, but in my opinion, this is an S tier call out. Because what happens is you're like last alive maybe, or you're 2 alive, you miss a bunch of shots on someone, spraying at them, and it's like, wow, I really whiffed there. After the round, your whole team's like, wow, he really whiffed there. And you go, dude, I hit him 5 times. Think about it. Think about this. Dude, I hit him 5 times. And they're like, okay, well, that's just unlucky then. Because you didn't whiff, you hit him 5 times, you just only hit him 5 times for 30 through a wall or something. I don't know, even if he's standing in the open, if you say you hit him 5 times, everyone's like, yeah, I've been there. Everyone's been there. You've hit someone 5 times for 60 damage, and they weren't even near a wall. It was in open ground. Somehow you hit him for 60 and 5. Doesn't make any fucking sense. Everyone's been there. Now, over there, this one's got to be S tier. This is another S tier one. Over there. This is one where you die, and you don't make a call out after dying because you're like, dude, it's really like you're rushing B, right? Your team is rushing B. You don't throw any flashes. A guy jumps on top of Van and shoots you. You probably call he's top man. But alternatively, your whole team, you're thinking in your head, saw him. And so you're like, ugh. And you don't say anything. And then someone goes, where is he? And you just, dude, he's over there, man. Like, he's fucking over there, dude. Like, over there is one where you're kind of exasperated because your team should already know where he is. You shouldn't need to call this. He's shown up on radar. You shot at him 20 or 30 times. He was in the middle of the open. All of these things. In these cases, you don't really want to say anything, but for some reason your team goes, where'd you die from? And you go, yeah, he's fucking over there, man. Like, fuck. Sight clear when it's not. This is another A tier because it's a good call out that it absolutely crushes your team. The thing is, I feel that it's not common enough. I feel not nearly often enough is sight clear actually not clear. Most of the time, sight clear is pretty clear to the point where if someone calls sight clear, I'm not really clearing sight again. I feel for a call out to be S tier in this tier list, the call out has to be so bad that you don't trust it anymore. And BBBBBB all 5B is so bad that literally nobody fucking trusts it even a little bit. Nobody trusts it at all. If you go all 5B, your A player isn't rotating very quickly. But again, if you go 4B and the bomb's there, your A player is instantly rotating. And then we come to what are you doing? What are you doing is a complicated one because it's not as much of a call out as it is a question. And really a question, what are you doing? If I'm in game and I go, dude, what are you doing? Right? It sounds angry. It sounds unproductive. It sounds like it's going to start an argument. But alternatively, during the game, I could say, hey, dude, what are you doing? And actually, no, you're right. That actually will also start an argument. So we got to put this one at S tier because it's just going to start fights. If you say, dude, what are you doing? And especially if you use this one's cousin, the cousin of what are you doing, which is, dude, what the fuck are you doing? And then the second cousin of what are you doing is, dude, what the fuck were you thinking? Oh boy, listen, what are you doing is good. It's a fight starter. It's gonna start some arguments. But the second cousin, if what are you doing is a criminal and he goes to jail, dude, what the fuck are you thinking? Gets the death penalty. Okay, that one doesn't generally start fights. It's the fucking fight. If you were to find one phrase that could start an argument in a game of Counter-Strike, dude, what the fuck are you thinking? Has to be right about the top. Like, I'm trying to think if there's like a fucking Jeffrey Dahmer of call-outs to start an argument. And I have to say that, like, what the fuck are you thinking is definitely death penalty worthy if we're talking about like punishments. Anyways, thanks so much for watching. I'm really glad you enjoyed the stream. I will be back again tomorrow. Thank you so much for watching. I love you guys. Please ignore the last